This video tutorial will explain how you can sign up for the Nbme self-assessment test prior to taking your USMLE exam. First of all, go to this URL link nsas.nbme.org/home. As you can see on the left side of the page, it has the home login button. If you don't have an account, create a new account and you'll be able to follow the instructions on how to create a new account. You have to fill out your information, email, password, and all the other required information. If you already have an account, you can go to the login section and log in. This page gives you some information on sample score report. For example, if you click on the CBSSA PDF, it basically shows you what a typical score report of the Nbme Comprehensive Basic Science Self-Assessment Performance Profile is. In this example, this candidate took the CBSSA Basic Science, and it shows you basically a performance profile ranging from low performance, borderline performance, and higher performance. Basically, if you're preparing for the USMLE, you want your bars to be smaller and also more to the right hand side. And each section and subjects are aligned on the left side of your performance profile. If you are performing low on a section, that is usually your weakest area, and you want to move that graph and that bar to the right as much as possible. So why don't we log in? Once you log in, if you already purchased a test prior, you'll be able to see it right here on your dashboard. In order to purchase services, you can go to the left side of the page and click on Purchase Services, and they ask you to pick an exam. Now, they have different exams. In your case, if you're studying for the USMLE, you want to select Comprehensive Basic Science Self-Assessment. If you're studying for the USMLE Step 2, you select Comprehensive Clinical Science Self-Assessment. So in this case, we're going to select the second option. As you can see here, there are multiple options of the Comprehensive Basic Science exam. Now, it's very important that you start from the bottom and work your way up as you approach the exam. Now, there's a difference between the ones that says Comprehensive Basic Science forms and the Comprehensive Science with expanded feedback. The expanded feedback basically gives you what questions you actually got wrong, but you do not get explanation for why you got the question right or wrong. So it's up to you to pick any of these options if you would like to see the questions you got wrong. Typically, after you finish the exam, you don't get a feedback as to which questions you got right or which question you got wrong. But as you can see here, there's Form 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, and 18. And many students are often confused how many of these tests they should take. I recommend that you start with Form 12 at the beginning of your preparation for the USMLE exam, because this will give you a baseline as to where you are currently as you're beginning your studying for the exam. As you move forward and you improve your performance and your knowledge base as you're studying for the test, you can proceed to purchase either 13 or 15. And as you get closer to the exam, at least within a week, you want to purchase the latest and the most current version of the exam. This will allow you to be able to track your performance if you're improving or decreasing in performance as you study for the exam. In order to purchase, you just select one option, and it's $50 right now. The price will change from year to year, and you click Purchase Services, and you'll be able to put in your credit card information and purchase the test. You can either select a standard pace mode or a self-paced mode. In order to see what a sample assessment is, like we talked about earlier, you can click on the left side to be able to see what a CBSSA with feedback and without feedback is. Let us see what a standard CBSSA looks like. This is what we looked at earlier on in the video. Now, the score report, if you scroll down, gives you an estimate. So this candidate scored 460. Now, in order to know how that ranks with a 3-digit score, you scroll down, and on the third page, you're able to see what the approximate USMLE Step 1 3-digit score actually is. For example, the candidate that scored 460 on the exam is going to most likely have a predicted performance of a 3-digit score of 220 on the actual exam. Now, this is about plus or minus 5 to 10 points difference based on what your score is on the CBSSA, but I always highly recommend that whatever your score is at the time that you're about to take the exam will most likely be your approximate score on the real exam, probably at plus or minus 5 or 10 points. So it's very important that the higher your number is, if you're aiming for 251, for example, you want to be scoring between 610, 630, or at least on your actual CBSSA exams. That's how you trend your performance on the actual exam. It's very important that you track these correlations of your USMLE Step 1's 3-digit score with your CBSSA score, because it's a great track performance to estimate your actual performance on the actual exam. So please, it's very important, do not blow this off. Focus and see how you're improving. If your score is dropping, do not take the test. If your score is increasing, then you're definitely hitting your target when you're studying for the exam. Let's take a look at what a sample performance with feedback looks like. So the same candidate scored 460. As you can see here, one of his weakest areas: behavioral sciences, cardiovascular system, reproductive system, and respiratory system. So this candidate needs to work a little bit more on these subjects in order to bring them across to the right side of the board. So as you can see, the last page here shows you the examinee's performance profile. Your name will be written in the top left corner and the test date. And you can see your performance profile on the actual CBSSA test, assessment test. So overall, it shows you the total incorrect questions. In this case, the candidate scored had 41 incorrect questions and 20% marked. And you also get more detailed analysis based on these subjects. So, for example, in behavioral science questions inside the CBSSA report, the candidate got 6 questions incorrect, and the amount of time the candidate spent is also shown on the second column, and the third column, about 20% of these questions were marked. As you can see, the expanded report only gives you the total number of incorrect questions and also tells you the average amount of time you spend in seconds and the question mark. It's very important that you know that you are not going to get the explanation for the correct or incorrect answers compared to using any Q bank on the market to prepare for the USMLE. The Nbme does not give any explanations to any of the questions, and it's very important as a candidate that there's a reason for this. And based on our research, the Nbme stated that they do not want to be a question bank company giving correct and incorrect answer choices to questions that they offer. This is just a standardized assessment test that gives you what your performance profile is at the time that you're studying and what you're going to be performing on the actual exam. So as you can see, this website is very informative, and I highly recommend that every student studying for the USMLE should definitely visit this website to sign up and use this self-assessment prior to taking the USMLE. It's Dr. Adeshina from SmashUSMLE.com. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
Hey, thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you learned a lot. Are you studying for the USMLE Step 1 or Step 2? Are you studying for the NCLEX, or you're currently in nursing school as a nursing student? Are you a PA student currently in school or studying for your PANCE exam? Or are you a nurse practitioner student or trying to take your NP board exam? Listen, I've got super awesome content for you. If you truly love this video and it simplified your learning process, I want you to check out my website below. I've listed all the list of exams, whether you're studying for any of this board exam, and all I want you to do is click on the link right now below so that you can take you directly to my website. For USMLE, just go to smashusmle.com. For NCLEX, go to crushnclex.com. And if you're studying for the PANCE exam, the nurse practitioner exam, or you're studying for your internal medicine board exam, just click below and it'll take you directly to ftplectures.com. Listen, I can't wait to help you. If you need to get in touch with me, just get to my website, be able to reach me directly, and we can work together one-on-one. Listen, you are super awesome, and my goal here is to help your dream come true. If you want to be a doctor, want to be a nurse practitioner, a registered nurse, or physician assistant, I'm here to help you get to that next level. With your medical knowledge, let's save the world together. I love you guys. You guys are super awesome. And do not forget to click on the link below to be able to get to my website. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. You guys have a great day. Let's go.